Zinc-aluminum base, which is fixed already to the tank, and it's been fixed in the factory at a specific location so that every time you come onto the job and you have to fit the expansion vessel, that the connections between that and the hot con here are always going to be exact, so you don't have to worry about putting it on yourself. The other thing that you'll notice here is these two large cable ties. These will be for the sake of pack transport strapped down to the tank onto the core strip, which you will have noticed when you take it out of the carton. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the expansion vessel, and I'll just show you how it all fits together as if it is. So you don't have to worry about that. That's already on the tank. Just leave it as it is. Don't remove it. It is necessary for this system to operate correctly. This is a 10-litre expansion vessel, very commonly used. You see that in the plumbing industry. I think most of you guys will have come across this. We use it in the solar water heating industry a lot in Europe particularly. And what's in it is a bladder, a rubber bladder, a container, obviously able to manage against the temperatures that we are going to be working in with this solar water heater. And the connection on the front here will be glued on, so it'll be a nice well sealed fitting on there, and you'll get this stainless steel flexible pipe, which should be, again, needs to be installed in a certain way. That's got to go straight onto the front there like this. So, and you'll have to put this on and seal it, make sure it's properly sealed. Again, just remember what I told you about glycol. It's got very low surface tension, so you need to make sure it's really correctly sealed before you leave the job. This is also, there's another Schroeder valve on this with which we check in the factory, and we've put 50 kPa of pressure in there. If you need to, you can check that if you like, but we've done it pre-factory tested to make sure that it's suitable for this application. So there it is. So you've got your expansion vessel. Now, the colour red obviously doesn't suit a lot of people's decorative palettes, so what we've done is we've put that case over the top of it to weatherproof it and to also hide the colour, I guess, which is the best thing for it. But look, left in the sun on its own, the worst thing this will ever do is go to a very soft pink. If that's your colour, then by all means leave it, otherwise put the black cover back on top of it after you finish, which is, I'm going to show you how it's connected in a minute. Okay, now we've got our vessel, you connect it onto here, you've got it all sealed up. We're going to put it on top of this. It sits up there nicely. You get your cable tie. That just goes into position there. So we've put our cable ties on now, as you can see. These aren't really important as far as a structural component. The box that goes over the top will definitely hold it in place, but you know, when you remove the box, you don't want it to fall off, so it's just there to hold it in place. Get it set, get it sorted, get your length right. Just hand tighten this up to make sure you get your lengths. Tighten that up, and then, of course, you know, to make it easier to put on, cut off your extra lengths that you don't need, not too far back, but just to get rid of those so that they're not in your way when you tighten that up. So last but not least, we're going to drop our cover back over the top of it. At the back of it, you'll see a position where the back of the lip goes, and that's going to go over the front of it. Again, we've got holes drilled ready to go. They're not in the case this time. You'll be given self-drilling screws, and you just need to put them into position, hold it down, and get your screwdriver in position and screw it down. There's 3 screws there on this side. There's a lip that it sits into at the back there. As you can see, that's not going to go anywhere, and it'll be nice and weatherproof for protection of the expansion vessel.